It's happening. Dungeons and Dragons was Dungeon, and I pointed to the DM's book. But then somebody messaged me. There's a lot going on, everybody. Good, good. Right? That's a fun emblem. Great. Aloha. Hello, Stormcrow. We know the secret now. Yes, he was Stormcrow in a past life, y'all. But through a series of radioactive accidents and geological conditions, he is now Stormcrow. If you're here to draw, let's get ready. Let's make it happen. Thanks, Rabbit Hutch. What we need to draw. What we need to draw, good friends. We're getting right into it, right? Like, we spent a lot of time chit-chatting. I started early. What we need to draw, my friends, we need to remember. First of all, we need a pencil, an eraser, some pens. I have a ballpoint pen, and I have these different size pens. And pens are cool. The cool thing about pens is they have different sizes here. That was a graphic pen. This is a brush pen. This one actually bends. That bends as you brush with it. I'm just getting used to these brush pens. And then we have these micron smaller pens. They go down to teeny tiny. And you have a classic ballpoint pen. Great. An eraser right there. I can't find my one with the cover on it, but they usually come with a set with some pencils and stuff. Great eraser to have. If you need a fresh eraser and you can go for it, break it in half. Fresh, clean insides, like a geode. Something magical is in there for you. And then a pencil. Check out that pencil, friends. Level Up with Louie pencil. Where can you get them? Where can you get them? You got to talk to somebody. It's like it's a who you know sort of thing. I can't promise anything right now. But at some point, I'm hoping to have a Level Up with Louie drawing set available. So you could go online. Man, I keep looking down there to see my screen. I got to look up here. Here's where it is. Fun pencil, right? I want to make a drawing set. So you get a sketchbook, some pencils, the pens I like, an eraser, some drawing tools for working with perspective, and some other items for measuring things. Like I want to have a Level Up Louie Learn to Draw kit, and that comes directly to you, and you kind of get that. And maybe there's some coloring book pages in there I've done, or some extra little bonus art, a couple stickers, things like that. That'd be fun. We'll see if we get there. No guarantees. We're 5 minutes in. Okay, paper. You got the paper, pencil, pen. Two other things you might need, good friends. Two other things you might need. Yeah, we'll work on this chat. Like, that should be persistent in the background going on. But I have so much to learn. You know what? I like waking up every day with something to learn. I'm going to learn to drink a lot more water. Cheers, friends, to water. That's good water. And then the other thing I usually have during drawing time is a coffee. I have a coffee with me. I'm trying not to drink too much coffee these days. Yeah, go get your water. You sometimes need water. T-shirts, hats, underoos. Now, underoos I could be into. Underoos I could be. T-shirts and hats, T-shirts and hats are great for things. But underoos or bracelets that I could be wearing right there. That's it. But like friendship bracelet. Each one was handmade by some kid in Colorado. TMI about the coffee. Underoos. The underoos. It was the underoos. I'm just saying. Level Up with Louie underoos. Come on now. And then on the underoos is everybody's drawings that you sent in my viewer drawings. On the underoos is just everybody's drawings. My drawings, your drawings, T-shirt, all of our drawings. Just hodgepodge. It'll be great, y'all. There is water. Right? All right, let's get loose a little bit. Again, I appreciate that you're here. Always nice to see returning friends. Good time hanging out with you. I know sometimes it might feel a little one way because I talk a lot. But I need you to know that I'm reading everything. I'm trying to stay hip. You guys will communicate with each other a little bit, which is fun. I've been working on some different projects. You know, it's not about that though right now. LittlEmpire. Go check out that bad boy. Or bad it. It's not really a boy or a girl. Could be a ship. You You can make a small business. Anyway, let's loosen up. Let's get a little loose. Let's do some curves together. Right? One side, the other side. It's interesting when playing around with this sort of thing, this could turn into anything. This could be a flower. Curve, curve. Sometimes it's hard to follow your curve and make it a sexy curve. It's difficult sometimes. Sometimes you get a curve like that. Not as sexy, right? Not as good. Underloos. Oh my goodness. Well, I guess we're getting those made. Look for my Shopify store where we'll be selling underloos. A good sexy curve. Sometimes I like to get a good curve by doing a circle and then another circle inside of it and kind of trace some of that overlap there. That's pretty good. That's a pretty sexy curve there. Part of the moon there. It's hard sometimes though. Sometimes I'll just use that one side and then I'll kind of hit another side over here. That's a pretty sexy curve. It's sometimes hard to make things balance out at the thickness you want there. But again, that's why we sketch. That's why we practice. That's why we play around. Okay, the owlbear, yeah, the owlbear. We'll do the underoos like over time. So in the front will be the beginning, and then as you work your way around the underoos, you get to the end. You like that? That's called comedy, folks. Radiating out curves. This is great for flowers and shells. But again, we're just doodling. I'm doodling some curves. Imagine them as almost horns. We're doodling out some horns and stuff. Or, it's one of my favorite sort of curve action. You double it up on both sides. Mirrors. In the middle, throw some teeth, my friends. Look at that. Come in, and by teeth, I just mean triangles. Look at that. What is that little guy all about? Good, right? Curves. We're working those curves. Just making some horns. Now, a lot of times when you're drawing horns and curves, me want food. Right there. When you're drawing curves, a horn or a fang or something, it's thicker at the bottom, and then, it's pretty much a triangle, but you gotta add a little this to it, all right? So this is the bottom, wider here than it is. So in a way, you could go a little bit out, it's a little less wide. A little bit out, a little less wide. A little bit out, a little less wide. Now, a tricky thing about curve is, right now, I almost went in. If I traced my dots, it kind of cuts the curve off right there. That's a great shark fin. But I wanted to come back up here and hit that side. So let me try that again here. Let me try that again. Starting wide. Now I know up here is where I meet that other line. So I'm going to come out a little bit from up there. And then I'm going to go midway between this dot and that dot, which is somewhere midway on this line, which is somewhere about here, and I'm going to come out a little bit. All right? And then midway between these two is midway that distance and that distance looks to be about that distance. But midway on this line, between those two distances. And now when I try to draw this curve, it's going to be a little closer to fine. A little closer to fine. Again, working with the idea of horns here. Oh, look at this one. This is a good one. Start wide. Get closer as you go until you get a little curved horn action, right? Looking good. Sip of water. You can always find water. Who's making a bug out bag with me, huh? We're going to put one of those straws in there that you can just drink from any puddle. We'll put some caltrops in there, which are like little four-sided dice or spikes. We use four-sided dice. We'll throw in a couple of those lifeboat rations. Like, I mean, honestly, if I had a YouTube commercial that I could choose, it would be lifeboat rations. Because they last forever and you get a bunch of calories and it's just like a chunk of food. You don't have to worry about cooking or anything. You just eat a hunk of, like, it's like astronaut ice cream, but for survival. Let's get some of those. Bug out bag, friends. All right, little curves, little horns. We're just playing around here. Those also work as fangs. Look, I almost did some fangs right there. I'm going to do some top fangs. Ah. Some teeth inside. Again, teeth are just a bunch of triangles, y'all. Remember this creature? Oh, we all remember this one from our nightmares. Sculpty. But he was half jack-o'-lantern, half skull. You remember him? Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to bring him back. Notice I'm doing a lot of the things we've learned in the past. Doing some goblin ears. Doing some eyes, spacing things out. Got a chin going on down here. Now I'm rough sketching that a little bit because I'm just doodling. I'm doodling. It's just monsters show up. Monsters show up. So that's what today is going to be a little bit. I'm just going to work on some shapes and come up. We're going to mention some different animals and try to pull some of their parts. We made a castle recently, so I thought it would be fun to populate it with just little monsters. And a lot of my monsters come from doodles, where I'm drawing like, here's a shape for a head. Here's an idea for a body. And then I kind of work up a monster. When I'm working in these doodles and monsters, I'm going to do a lot more sketchy lines coming in here. But I'm going to try to, and you should try to, work on just nice, continuous lines when you can. Try not to get all sketchy. Sketch works good, but one of the tools you will want to develop is a nice, clean, smooth line from the elbow, from the wrist, from the fingers. All right, different smooth lines. It's all part of the tools you're going to use for drawing. And that's what I'm hoping to give you, some doodle tools. Doodle tools, that can be the name of the stuff that comes together in a package. Level up with Louie's doodle tools. I want to write that down. Doodle tools. Remember that, right? Sorry if I got blue in your eye. Some good old sketches. Here I am just breaking up this space, trying to make it kind of even. Another good doodle. Each line is a choice. I'm not sketching these lines. I'm just making some choices. Fill that with a pattern. Notice I'm working from my fingers here. I have my pinky set out to kind of brace. Great, great. Again, today we're just working on some doodles right now, then we're going to get into some monsters. I just discovered this, not that I discovered it, but discovered it here for the moment. The mirror sort of thing. I'm going to make a curve. Now I'm going to imagine a line right down the center of this curve. And I'm going to mirror it over on this side. And again, just like we did with those other curves, when you're drawing and stuff, don't be afraid to put little points. And especially in the beginning when you're learning a lot of these things, give yourself visual aids. So I'm going to show you this distance here, ish, right? I'm going to put a dot, which represents that. This distance here, it's a lot closer right here. This distance here, ish. Here, here, here. I gave myself some points to hit to give myself that mirror. Give yourself those little visual aids when you're drawing, when you're sketching. And if you go look at great artists, you'll see they have them as well. They might be different. Like their visual aids might be as good as your best drawings right now. Just the things they jot down because they've worked all the lines. They've done it 100 times. They've drawn on this curve 1,000 times. What we should do for the chat is we'll just make all those words come in as if they're burned into the wood as they go by. And we'll see like a sizzle, and they'll be burnt, and they'll just be etched into the wood. If I had $73. You guys know that song? Today's the singing day. Here we go. Braced. Trying to mirror this. Comes out, comes back in, comes out, comes back in, comes out, comes back in. Close. We're close. Much easier to mirror like solid straight lines than it is a curve. That comes in handy. Working on, again, at the end of this, you're going to have so many tools that you know when you sit down and doodle and your pencil just starts going, you're going to be, oh yeah, I'll work on this. I'll work on this pattern. I'll work on some curves. I'll work on this. So you can think, so you're never thinking again, I can't draw. But you might be thinking, how do I draw that? That's where I'd like to get you. Just so you're starting to break images down. You're starting to break down other people's drawings, and you can see how they got there. So you never think again, I can't draw. You think, maybe, how do I draw that? How would I draw that? We'll get there. We'll get there. I have this much space left here to doodle for a second. This much to dude. I'm going to do a couple of doodle eyes real quick because we're doing monsters today. For scary monsters, one of my favorite is the triangle. One side, and then mirror that. Dotted line down the middle. That point there, mirror it. This is the old a curve inside of the eye. Starts to give kind of a scary look. Some lines. Those lines always make it scary or sad. Some lines. Slight curve to those. There's some eyes. Big eyes. This is like cutie eyes here. Big circles. Again, sometimes as I'm sketching down, I will not touch the paper, but almost draw the object in there a couple times. Just to get my hand used to what's going on and to see it in my mind, to plan it out a little bit. Then we're going to add these little circles up in the corner. Circle, a little circle, and then another one right below that. Now, some of these are just sketches. I'm going to darken real quick these eyes. The main eye outline. Now, the next down are going to be these circles here. Because these are almost the glossy edge of this cartoon eye. And then this inner circle, make sure you end it so those other smaller ones are overlapping on top. And then this bad boy gets the fill. Big old cutie eyes. Oh, you're so lucky you're not seeing what's going on down here. Because it's no good, friends. Because this little cutie monster, oh, you don't need to be seeing this. It's too scary for you. This little cutie monster. Those eyes turned into a ribbon. There you go, friends. Don't get too close. I know this monster looks adorable. But please, like, not for you, all right? Not for you. Stay out of there. Just switch to another page in the old sketchbook. Real pro-like. You hardly noticed. Good job, everybody. A little sip of the coffee. So as you have seen, I've just been kind of messing around a little bit. And it shows up turning into it becomes monsters. Check out these. These are, look at that one from Kelly right there. That's fun. Look at these. Look, and then I go to the next level, and they're even closer to you. Yeah. Yeah. And now it's even closer to you. Look at these drawings by people sending them in. I know many of you have seen these before. They're going to cycle through. It's just a lot of fun to see them. Sometimes they will double up like that because one side is set on random. One side is going through step by step. Maybe they're both set just one moment apart. Who's to say anymore? Who's in charge? Maybe they are just set the same thing set a moment apart in time. No, there we go. See, broke up. That's a new one from Kelly. I really like the roof up on the tower that was being destroyed a little bit. Hayes' character is looking down at those potions. Remember, guys, this is the Underoos. This is the Underoos. Imagine. But imagine how fun it would be to, Kelly drew a great castle. Imagine how fun it would be to have your fellow drawers' artwork around or something. So we'll see. Maybe the Level Up with Louie doodle tools will come with a book of everybody's drawings or something. Let's just so you can relive them, hang them up as posters. We'll see. We'll see. There we are going back. You can see my paper down here. You can see my beige linen shirt and some paints down there in the corner. Water jug and paints. Hey. And there we go. I'll leave that up for a couple minutes. That's fun. TTATT. Oh yeah, that's some sort of image or something. I could see it being eyes and stuff. It's fun. Good stuff. I enjoy everybody's drawings. Like, you know it's a real thing. It's a crying face. I see those are all the tears. Thank you. Good, good. I appreciate all of you, and I know some of you are here just to hang out with me and hear my wonderful do-do-dot-dot-do-do-do-da-bee-ba-do-do-bop-ba singing voice. I appreciate you too. Okay, here's some of the monsters that I had in my head that we could maybe draw, because we all know these sorts of monsters a little bit. Right? It's good. Yeah. Look, I love that goblin by Josie too. That's a good one. So many fun things. All of you are doing so good. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I know some people are here and don't send in drawings. Again, I appreciate you being here too. It takes all of us. It takes a village to raise a village of monsters. Right? Yeah, that's what I start. No bonus scatting like that. Unless that's something, unless you guys really want to make that the next drawing lesson. which I doubt. Doodle around, again, the whole time I'm chatting and stuff. I hope you're flipping to some pages, getting a drink of water, doodling some, messing around, working. Sometimes people get something drawing in that sketchy part, like the sketchy part of the show, or the part where we're just doodling and getting our hand loose, and they just keep working that the whole time. This is all, it's up to you. You don't have to follow along with everything I'm doing. I just want to hang out with you for an hour while you practice drawing and you draw whatever you want. We're all hanging out together. Just like, yeah. There we go. There we go. There's some good emotes. Good. Thank you, Gwendolyn Show. Thank you. Adding the comedy to the show. It's needed sometimes. I appreciate that. So a spider is one. I'm going to give you some quick shapes. Big old spider body, right? Has a little point in the back, almondy, almost how we do our head, but sideways. Then you have the middle part of the body with the head. I just did some circles. All right? Okay. There's my basic spider. Now the spider has legs. 1, 2, 3. This side we don't see because those are behind. We've talked about this sort of stuff before. 4. I didn't count the right number, but yeah. Yeah, let's get crazy. Spider body. I just did a sketch. Circle, 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 legs. We're looking at it. It's kind of edged over a little bit, so we're not seeing it straight on. We're seeing it at an angle a little. You could almost imagine a vanishing point way back here that this spider is living on. Okay? And then the other animal is, what's the other animal, everybody? Anybody else got another animal? I might not pick the first one, but the one that pops into my head. Some animal we can turn into a monster. That's all we're looking for here. Nothing crazy, but... Oh, wait. No, hold on. Let's get crazy. Can't crazy. Can't shark this. Yeah, chipmunk, sharks. Like, we all know that a chipmunk riding a shark would be pretty crazy, right? All right. What animal out of these could I draw? What do I think I could draw that'll have a little bit of, yeah. You guys are doing great. Okay, let's do this spider a little bit, and then I'll let one of these pop out at me. I'll let my brain work on it a second, think about it, and then we'll see if we can do the basic shapes of all these, and then a couple quick things for to make it a monster. Like we're mad scientists right now. Spider. What's closest to us? We talk about depth sometimes. This face is closest to us. So I'm going to define a couple features in this face. I'm going to do that thing where we drop a line down. Drop a chin. Okay, here's the scary part of the spider. It has a human face, all right? I don't know. Don't freak out. I'm telling you so you don't get scared and run. Okay, yes. The spider, normally spiders just have the fronty part and the back part. This is more of an ant body with a spider. Yes. I knew that when I was doing the circles. I hope nobody would be an entomologist in here. But there we go. We do have somebody who's going to school for nature-y stuff. Line in the middle. Couple eyes. I'm going to do circles for eyes. A mouth area. A lot of times when I do monster mouths, I just bam it in with one of these. That's my basic open monster mouth, all right? Because later on, you can add all sort of monster action in there. Basic monster mouth. That's it for me, right there. Basic monster mouth. Some eyebrow areas. Some ears. Oh, this one big spider part in the back. See how it just is one big spider part? They do have a bunch of eyes too. You're right. You're right. See, we're drawing this scary spider together. Legs. This one's kind of in the front right here. Then this one's next, and then, you know, the third one. How many on each side? 8? This only has 3. So take that, bug people. Families meeting families. This last leg is back here a little bit. All right, I'll do 8. I love spiders. I don't want spider people to be mad. These spider parts, just like with other body parts, I'm just going to do some circles. Circle, circle, circle. And this is bigger circle where it joins the body. Smaller circle, smaller circle. A lot of nature has that sort of structure, everybody. Bigger, smaller, smaller. Bigger, smaller, smaller. Four on each side. Oh, man. I'm not going to do as many circles over here because half that stuff is hidden behind that body. All right, now we have some basic shapes, some pieces that are closest to us. We have a beautiful human face. All right? Well, it's, yeah, this isn't the sort of spider you're going to find in your room. It's the sort of spider you're going to find in a castle that's scary or a dungeon. Yeah. Now I'm going to go back in and I kind of almost want to jump to pen right now. Normally we don't jump to pen this quick. Normally I would fill in a little bit more details with the pencil. I think I'm going to jump to pen though. Let's do this. Well, because I was checking to make sure the spider that lives here wasn't here. There's a wolf spider that lives in this room with me. A wolf spider. And it had on its back, last time I saw it running around here at 5 in the morning, it had hundreds of little baby spiders on it. And now I get to see, every once in a while, I'll see some little baby spiders that survive. But that mama's still around. Spiders can live for years. So there are spiders that are here. I don't want to hurt them. Also, I don't want them to crawl all over me. So... Great. Good. Now look, this is great. There's a couple of nice people on here, and I appreciate all of you. It's fun that there's a couple moms and daughters who hang out here. Get some drawing in. Like, bring your whole family. Have fun. Let's have fun and draw together. All right, I'm going to jump in and do some inking on this spider, just so I can erase lines too. So I'm just going to do some basic inking. I'm going to define some things as we go, and you can watch me. You can watch me go a little bit and see if you have a question about why I chose something. Give it a whirl. But I'm going to start again with the items that are closest to me because they overlap items farther away. This hand is overlapping this hand. So you see these lines of this hand. You don't see these lines of this hand. My face, my mouth is hidden right now. So if I draw this hand, I do not draw my mouth first because this hand's overlapping it. Even if I drew a body part in here as a sketch, these are just some of the things you think about while inking. Again, tools. Cool tools. We'll let this cycle through one more time, and then maybe I'll throw the chat back up there. Great. Good, everybody. Good. Let's start with this, with these eyes, kind of. We have these big, beautiful eyes. I'm going to make them cute. My pen's a little thick for this, so I'm just going to make it happen. Bear with. Bear with. I don't know what's going to happen to this in the end. Pen being a little thick, it bleeds a little bit. Notice I'm just letting the circles happen. I'm kind of cranked in on the marker right now. There's some eyes though. Mouth, I do want to give some fangs to. I'm being a little lighter and quicker. Some beautiful hair. Tucked behind the ear right there. Remember, some of these lines I'm not fully connecting. Letting them live a little bit in their own special way. Little triangle nose. We talked about that one before. A couple more eyebrows. Oh, that's looking great, everybody. Looking real scary. Some sort of crazy monster face. First item back here I'm going to do is this leg. I'm going to go with this bottom of this circle. Now with the spider leg, I'm going to let my pen do some of the creepy work and let it bounce around a little bit. Notice I'm kind of coming off and then I'm going to come down to a little point. This leg, the main circle is here, hidden. So I'm going to come up from that. Main circle here, hidden. I'm going to kind of come around, let the pen do some of the creepy work, end it in a point. Doing the creepy work. What do I mean by that? There's a little bit of just looseness and bounce you can get with your pen, and you see I'm kind of letting it happen here. As it goes back farther, those lines could get a little thinner and a little less distinct. There's 4 legs on that side. I'm going to come down here. I'm going to start at the bottom on these, because that's where you see most of the action happening. I'm not defining these as much over here because they're kind of hidden away. Looking good, everybody. Looking pretty scary. I'm sorry if there are kids crying right now near you. Sorry. I mean, it's a scary monster. It's a freaky scary. You shouldn't be drawing this. You're going to have nightmares. The body, main body. All right. That's like a basic spider crazy woman. I'm going to let that dry for a second. Yeah, a little terrifying, a little bit. You guys shouldn't let me stay up too late because I watch scary movies, all right? And then I wake up, I have nightmares, and then I come in here and then just doing a very light erase here just to see what we get. And I'm going to do a little bit of shading. And just do a little bit of shading. But look, we combined a couple of our favorites, huh? Spiders, drawing, elven princesses, many eyes. Okay, now, if you guys could, all right, friends, on the count of 3, let's blow this eraser crumbs off of here. 1, 2, 3. Wow, you did it! There we go. I'm going to come back in here with my graphic, a little thinner pen. I'm going to add some texture, add some other lines. Underneath, farther away. That gets some more texture. It gets darker as it goes back there. I'm just going quick, kind of defining some things for you. All right. That's all right. That's kind of a scary monster. Good. Thanks for everybody for doing that. Good job, everybody. That was kind of a scary spider monster lady. Sure. Let's go. Let's look a little closer. Now, don't freak out. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Arrgh. Get out of my castle! What were you doing in there? Probably you were up to no good. We're doing good, everybody. We got about 15 minutes left. Having a sip of water, having a sip of coffee. I hope you're sketching something horribly terrible. That's it. That was the last sip of coffee for the day, friends. If I made another coffee right now, I would be up till 5:36 in the morning. Like, not wanting, I wouldn't want to be. Like, already that coffee is going to keep me up till 2 in the morning. Do you guys know how to change your sleep schedule in any way? Or, like, if you have an app for that, send it on over. New page. Pardon me. Here we go. We're still drawing. Like melatonin. Somebody's like, melatonin is supposed to be a thing. I only know how to make it worse. Yeah. It's okay, good. You know what? It helps me sleep knowing I'm not the only one. So, cheers to all of you. You're not the only ones either, friends. Here we go. Oh, I'm going to put that chat window back up. We'll see if that pops back up there. And again, I'll get that chat working right, step by step. We're already doing better than we were. I watched a couple older episodes recently. Doing great. All right, Spider-Woman. You did good, everybody. You did good. Scrolling back a little bit. I'm going to do a quick sketch of a couple of these monsters in a way. Like, just to show you how I would break them down and try to learn to draw it. Shark. That shape is longer this way. But the shark we know it's not completely oval like that. Like the back gets thinner in the back. It has a fin up top, some sort of side fin. A mouth. And then back fin sort of thing. Yeah. Back fin sort of thing. All right. Basic. Who's to say what the mouth is? And again, I'm just refining my shape with some sketch shapes. I like the sharks that have a little bit of that tail to them like that. A little bit of something. Of course, sharks have like that big mean mouth. I'm not doing this shark any justice with that nose there. Gills. Quick sketch shark. How do we make him a monster? Don't know yet. We have the chipmunk, tiger, and capybara. A chipmunk, right? Picture a little chipmunk sitting. We should give this chipmunk a spider face. Those are the haunches I'm picturing of the chipmunk. And then you have the body of the chipmunk. And then you have the head of the chipmunk. Its haunches kind of sit out a little bit. to the sides, and then it has feet that kind of come out. Big old cheeks, little beady eyes, a mouth, big old little ears, right? Little ears on a chipmunk. Then I'm just blocking out some shapes, little arms that are holding something. Big old cheeks right there. Right? But this chipmunk is kind of mean. He's kind of got something. Oh yeah, this guy's not looking too happy with you. Chipmunk monster. Trying times. Yeah, trying times. A slice of wheat bread with honey makes for a deep sleep. Okay, we'll try that. No naps help reset a sleep. No naps, exactly, yeah. I have that problem. Like, I just like, you know, I shouldn't eat after a certain time of night. Should not take a nap. But I'm like, okay, I'm not going to take a nap. But I know I'm secretly tricking myself into taking a nap by sitting down and reading a book in a comfy chair. So that goes. This shark, again, triangle eyes make things a little evil. Give that shark those teeth. I'm defining some of these. I'm making choices and letting the pencil do some of the fun work. By making a little crazy lines and jagged lines a little bit and just rolling with them. I mean, to make this guy a real something or other. We did a belt buckle once. You add a little something like a laser to their back. And now you know you're in trouble, right? It is amazing, Petro, that you point that out. You can, even though this guy is some sort of monster with fangs and a scary face, with these eyebrows and the way the eyes are fully open, he's surprised and happy a little bit. If you, I'm going to do a basic same thing. Eye, little nose, mouth with a couple spikes. You just drop some lines right there on those eyes. Cut them off. Same eyes now become menacing because of those eyebrows. Oh, this chipmunk. What's he doing? Oh, he's eating a spider. A spider with a lady with a human face. Right there. Ah! Chompa, chompa, chomp, chompa, chompa, chomp. Again, those eyebrows make him mean. Looking good, everybody. Again, we're just sketching up some animals here. It's having a little fun with monsters. How would you turn something into a monster? A tiger and a capybara. The tiger. Tigers are cool animals. So right now, this is the part where the chipmunk's huge, y'all. Yeah, this is a huge, terrifying chipmunk. Like, this chipmunk just lifted the roof off the castle and grabbed out that Spider Woman. Hey, look, it's going on the underoos. Don't worry. A tiger. Like, part of me wants to make like a rakasha which is almost a human tiger that's standing there with a sword cool looking tiger. But I'm going to try to draw like the body of a tiger. Like again, like break it down into shapes. I don't even know if I can get this. This is going to be a tough one. Come on down here, little camera. The haunches of the tiger. The shoulders of the tiger. The head of the tiger? I picture it, its haunches, the cat feet kind of do that thing. Front feet stretching out. These come stretch out. Cat tail. Body coming down a little bit and then to the head. Front paws, big old paws with claws on them. I'm just trying. I'm going from my head. I'm showing you how I've taken some of the things I've worked on before and how I'm trying to use them to learn how to draw myself. Hello, Red Rose is dead. Red Rose is dead. Oh, I'm sorry about your red roses. Hey, welcome. We're getting close to the end. We only have like 7 minutes left in this drawing class. Thanks for coming by. A lot of these are up on YouTube. If you like what I'm doing, if you want to, I don't even want to say help out or anything, but if you need something from me, I have LittlEmpire and Jimmy and Louie Make Games. Heather, hello, welcome. Great, thanks for being here. Nice to have you joining us. Check out LittlEmpire, Level Up with Louie Make Games. Those are both places where if you want to purchase something from me, and that works out. They are, the cool thing about roses, flowers, you hang them upside down and you can keep them forever. They kind of freeze like that. As long as you don't put them in, if you put them in the dashboard of your car, they crumble. This is a monster tiger, all right? Now, the thing about this monster tiger, we kind of have haunches here. Again, I'm going quick. I'm just defining some of these lines as I go. I'm letting the pencil almost work thick as if it was a pen. And I know this isn't all beautiful, but that's okay with me right now. I'm having fun drawing with my friends. The thing about this tiger is this tiger has a shark head. And that's kind of scary. And still some tiger ears, sure. But the head of a shark. Or some other crazy creature. Oh, man. See, okay, we took a tiger, we turned it into some sort of monster. What did... You monsters! I'm doing some quick cross-hatching just to show where shade might be on this. There's some tiger stripes. Let's do a light shade on those. You see, I'm just quickly making some choices here. With like a dragon tongue. There's your tiger. There's your tiger, friend. Dragon-headed Tigernado. Yeah. Yeah. More nightmare fuel. This is what I'm giving you. I'm giving you guys all like some fun stuff. Remember that lady-headed spider? Oh. Again, we're just having fun, turning things into things as we go. You're drawing monsters. Monsters don't have to look a certain way. If you want to get good at drawing and you want that tiger to look like a real tiger, get there. But it starts with sketching and drawing and getting it wrong and getting it wrong and getting it wrong until one day you're like, oh, those lines, that looks like a tiger. That looks like a tiger. And you go from there. The capybara is so very much like a chipmunk to me. But he's a little bigger. He's almost teddy bear. But he does have that, he has those little ears, right? And a fun little snout. I mean, there you go. That's not quite right. Oh, I'm so glad we're running out of time here, everybody, because I need to look up what a capybara looks like. But they do have that smile, right? Capybaras have that smile, and then they have those eyes, those capybara eyes that we all know and recognize. Yes. And then from that smile, oh my goodness, this is looking exactly like a capybara. Yes, yes, I remember them now. Yes, yeah. And then they have kind of that slopey, scary face. There it is. And then those little ears. They have those little ears. Yes, yes, there it is. Oh my goodness, guys. I didn't know I was going to be able to make such a beautiful capybara so easily. And then it has that weird triangle nose. Oh my goodness. That's it. There's your beautiful. And then it has the teddy bear body. That's it. That's it. We did it, everybody. It does look like a luchador. That's great. Times just like on Mutual of Omaha's Wild America. Arizona, I think Arizona is about 3 hours different than us right here. So 3 o'clock would be about noon there. Yeah. Yeah, this will show up at Build-A-Bear. You get a scary luchador mask. That'd be great. Guys, thank you so much. I'm glad to have the chat going. We'll make that better. Every time is an iteration. Every time you're working on something, don't give it up. Don't let it go. Have fun. Hello. Hi, friends. Have fun. Thank you, guys. Thank you all for being here. You know I appreciate you all being here and chatting with each other some and learning to draw. I hope you had fun. I hope you learned something. Again, I want to give you tools to doodle with, doodle tools. Thank you all for coming by. I love having the chat right up here.